Today we're going to beat the kebab shop and we're not going to break the bank, and we're going to do it all on the Aldi Kamado. Welcome along to Barbecue Life, where great barbecue doesn't cost a fortune. My name's Tom and today we are doing lamb shish. This is part of my Beat the Kebab Shop series. So we've already done doner, kofti, chicken shish, and this is the last video of the series, except that there is going to be a bonus extra video where we're going to be doing mushroom shawarma coming out in the next week following this video. So let's crack straight on and show you what we need. So I picked up some diced lamb. You can pick this up from any butcher or your supermarket. I picked it up from marinade, where I got my briskets from a few weeks ago. So all we need to do with this is trim it up slightly, so there's a little bit of silver skin, bits of extra fat that we don't need. I want to keep this as lean as possible. So just trim up each of your cubes. Then we need to get our marinade on. So it's nice and simple. We're going in with garlic. So a couple of cloves of garlic, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, and the zest and the juice of 1/2 a lemon, and then a nice glug of olive oil. Get your lamb in there, get that marinating around, and then we want to get all of the air out of the bag and pop that in the fridge for a couple of hours so that can marinate and flavour our meat. So these flavours aren't too overpowering in the quantities that we're using, and it's just going to really elevate the flavour of that meat. So as you heard me say at the beginning, this is a series of kebab videos. So we are covering everything from doner kebab, lamb shish, chicken shish, kofti, and all of your sides on this channel over the next few weeks. So make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you don't miss out how to make these beautiful kebabs at home. So once that's had that couple of hours in the fridge, so you can go sort of up to 6 hours if you wanted to. I wouldn't want to go too much longer than that because of the lemon juice in there and the enzymes in the lemon juice, the acid in there will break down the meat and it will become quite very soft in consistency, too soft to stay on a kebab, and it will just fall off. So maximum of 6 hours marinade. So we need to get our Kamado lit. So as I said at the beginning, we're using the Aldi Kamado for this. I'm just going in with a nice load of Texas Club charcoal in the bottom, a couple of wax woodies. There's links for both of those in the description below. Get them lit, and we want to aim for about 200 degrees in the Kamado today. So we open the top and bottom vent once the firelighter's gone out, and that lets the charcoal take. And once the ceramic starts to warm up, then we can dial our temperatures down. So we're going 2 fingers in the bottom vent, and the top vent is just under open on the daisy wheel. That should give us about 200 degrees C. Different charcoals are going to burn at different rates, so bear that in mind. Just because that's worked on this charcoal on this day for me, it doesn't necessarily mean it's definitely going to work for you. So stick by what you have learnt while you're cooking. So we've got that dialed in, and that is sitting there at 200 degrees. Now we need to get that lamb onto our skewers. So I've got some really long skewers that I picked up from Amazon. So these are huge, as you can see. So these are big enough that they fit front to back or side to side on the Aldi Kamado, and then this little twisty piece at the end will stick out the front or the side depending on how you have it set up. So the very tip sits on the back, and then just before that twisty piece sits on the front, so it gives us a nice coverage. You can fit 3 or 4 across there. They come in a pack of 4. Again, the link is in the description below if you want to pick these up from Amazon. So we need to just get our lamb onto this skewer. So we're just nice and simply pushing it on the end, keeping it in the middle as much as possible. I'm not compressing it together, because if we really push it all together, it's going to take longer to cook, and you're going to end up with little pieces that aren't cooked as well as other pieces. So nicely spaced out, still touching each other, but just not really pushed up against each other on that skewer. Once we've got that all on, we can go onto the Kamado. So as I say, I'm going front to back today, so the very tip of the skewer is going up where the hinge is, and then the twisty end is just going to be just hanging out the front, and it's direct cooking directly over that charcoal. So shut the lid down, and we're going to leave it for about 4 minutes. Go in, and we can flip that over for about another 4 minutes, at which point we want to start checking our temperatures. So when you do check your temperatures, make sure that you check it in all of the places along the skewer. So do the back of the skewer, the front of the skewer, and the middle, because you might have hot spots in your charcoal. And hot spots are going to lead to some parts of your lamb cooking to one point and other parts of your lamb cooking to another. So if you need to rotate your skewer around, so front to back or side to side and things like that, so that you can get more heat on one end, then that is the way to do it. So just check them temperatures, make sure that we're not giving anybody anything undercooked. Obviously we can eat lamb rarer, but I don't, when I'm doing a lamb shish, I'll make sure that it's cooked all the way through, not overcooked, but just taken, once it's hit just into the medium well, that's when it comes off, and then it rests up and it's still nice and succulent and juicy and full of flavour from all of those from all that marinade that we had at the beginning. So this was total about an 8-minute cook, and we don't have a taste test today because these were cooked as part of a complete kebab feast that we had friends around for. So on that night I did this lamb shish, I done chicken shish, I done kofte, I done doner, we done flatbreads, I done garlic mayo, I done chili sauce. So all of this was all cooked on the same day, so there is no taste test, but there is videos out for every single one of these things so that you can have the complete kebab shop experience at home and save yourself an absolute fortune. So if you like what we're doing here at Barbecue Life, then please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. If there's anything you want me to cook, leave that in the comments as well. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.